Hi everyone, today I'll be preparing Egburegbu soup. This soup originates from Edda local government in Ebonyi state, Nigeria. My husband and my mom hail from this wonderful place, Edda in Ebonyi state. This soup is so delicious. This is their local soup. Ofoko mamerige Egburegbu nlabagi. Ofoko mamerige Egburegbu nlabagi. Edda ndo maloma nde di mu obrokwa nde nnem unu ka. If you're not from Edda or Ebonyi State, you might not understand the song I just sang. I was just acknowledging them. These people are wonderful. And they are so supportive. Just look at my husband, the way he takes care of me. I love them so much. Hello, welcome back. I'll be showing you how I prepared this wonderful soup step by step. It might take time, but you will like it. I started by bringing out the protein I'll be using to prepare this wonderful soup. I used goat meat and cow skin. The good thing is this, you can use any protein of your choice to prepare this wonderful soup. I made sure I scraped the back of the meat, washed it thoroughly, and made sure they are clean. I've heard people say multiple times that washing goat meat with salt hardens the meat, but to me, I haven't experienced that for once. I rinsed off with unsalted water and went ahead to cut my cow skin into the sizes that I like. Enjoying this wonderful meal while keeping your mouth busy is to have some of your cow skin cut into cube size so that when you eat, you have something to chew. Set this aside and decide to wash my stockfish. This is the stockfish I'll be using and the dry fish I'll be using to prepare this wonderful meal. Another thing is this, if you want to enjoy this meal, make sure you have enough stockfish and dry fish. I don't like the stockfish, that's why I use the little quantity. I prefer using the stockfish head to prepare this. I soaked my stockfish in hot water for some time before washing off, and my Mangala fish, this is the best Mangala fish ever. Wash all that thoroughly and set it aside. The next thing is my onion. I'll be using enough onion. You know how much I like onion, right? I will have to slice all this onion. To enjoy this soup, you need enough hot fresh peppers because when the soup is pepperish, oh my goodness. I blended this roughly and set it aside. This is the type of vegetable I'm using to prepare this wonderful meal. It's called UGU LEAF. From where this soup originates from, the best leaf to use is UGU LEAF. But because I can't lay my hands on fresh UGU leaves in my country, I have to use UGU in exchange. You also need enough vegetable to prepare this soup because after preparing the soup, everything will just go down. I selected mine carefully and removed the spoiled area and the excess stick in it. After selecting my vegetables, I went ahead to wash them carefully. This is where the main job is. You need to be patient while doing this, or else your soup will be full of sound. You need to wash your vegetables carefully and don't pack everything inside the water. Just wash them batch by batch. Just look at the sound that came out from my vegetable. Imagine if you wash carelessly. You need to wash repeatedly with enough water. I did this like 4 times and I set it aside. Next step is to get a big pot. I will add water according to the leaf I'm using, but if you're using UGU leaf, just add little quantity of water. Because we'll be using potash to soften the leaf, I'll quickly soak this in water. It's called akam in Igbo language. Mix this thoroughly and allow the sound to go down because I'll be extracting the water to cook my vegetable. I added a little quantity to my pot and switch on my gas while it boils. Please don't add too much potash to your water. You add potash according to the quantity of vegetables that we're using. Remember, too much potash upsets the stomach. Be very careful with it. When my water boils and become foamy, I will start adding the vegetables to the pot and do this sharply. Make sure you flip over because any little chance you give, your vegetables will become very soft. I didn't allow my vegetable to cook up to 2 minutes. I removed it from the fire because I don't want my vegetables to be too soft. But if it's UGU leaf, you might cook longer than 2 minutes. I immediately switched off my cooking gas and started removing these vegetables from the hot water. If you're cooking a large quantity with a smaller pot, that means you have to repeat this process twice. I added extra little potash into this water before adding the remaining vegetables to it. I want you to know that cooking this vegetable with less potash makes the vegetable stiff and strong, and they call it okoto in their dialect, so you have to put the potash in the right proportion. I flipped this vegetable over because I want it to cook together. I don't want to have some cooked and some uncooked. Bring it out from the water and begin to cut it into pieces with a board. You have to do this with a big board. I don't even have the real board that we use for this. I have to use the one I have. We always do this with big bowl and bigger knife. You have to be very fast while doing this because if the vegetable should get cold, it becomes more difficult to cut into pieces. I started living with my mom's mom, that's my grandma, at a very young age, and this is my maternal home food. There's no way I won't know how to prepare. Mind you, I married from the same place. That is to say, no leave, no transfer. I cook this often. After cutting these vegetables, I transferred it to a bowl and set it aside. Now, in an empty pot, I poured in my protein, my stockfish, added my onion, my fresh peppers, seasoning cubes, salt. Lastly, my basil leaf. It has different pronunciation though, and it's different from oregano leaf. That's why I have to show you the two. Please, this is optional. They don't add this to their soup. I just added this because I like using it. Stir everything together and steam on low heat. After steaming this for some minutes, I have to open it and flip my meat over to the other side because I want the ingredients to go in very well. When I feel the meat is well steamed, I added water to this meat so that the protein can cook very well. When the meat became a little tender, I decided to add the cow skin and dry fish. Stirred together and add a little more water so that everything can cook together. I'm about to begin properly. I remember telling you that this soup takes time to prepare. In your empty pot, pour in enough palm oil. I quickly checked my protein and thank God it's cooking very well. When your oil becomes a little hot, add salt and your onions. Stir all that together. After frying for a little while, you begin to add your fresh peppers and your protein. Everyone, please, crayfish is optional. They don't add crayfish to this soup at all, but I like adding crayfish to mine. It's just like cooking afan with onion. You know, Akwa Ibom people will shout at you for doing that. I stirred all that together and tested it before adding a little salt and seasoning cube because my vegetables are in large quantity. I also added fresh fish to this my soup because my client likes fresh fish a lot, and that is my husband. He's my client. I covered my pot and allowed the fish to cook. After some time, I removed the fish because I wouldn't want it to break into pieces. This is the right time to add my vegetables. Can you see that? It's greenish. The green is poppy. Because I'm cooking a large quantity of vegetable, I'm not going to put everything once into the pot. I stirred the vegetables and the protein together. Make sure you do this properly so that everything can mix well. It's time to put the remaining vegetables. I did that. My soup is ready almost. I have to finish the remaining crayfish I have. I know you guys don't put crayfish in this soup. Just pardon me. Thank you. Even if I don't say sorry to them, I know they're forgiving me because I'm their wife. Don't try it though. Anyway, you can add crayfish to your soup. The aroma of the soup filled the house that my husband came to the kitchen praising me. I was blushing though. Anyway, you can add crayfish to your soup. We all have our choices, but normally they don't add crayfish to the soup at all. This kind of hype can make you overstir the soup. I was just feeling like a baby. Oh my goodness. Our soup is ready, guys. I paired mine with wheat. I have to prepare wheat for Jodogu in the house, and I also ate with him. There are many ways to win a man's heart. Food is one of them, and food is very, very important to them. You see, men, they like food a lot. So anytime you're opportune to make food for your man, make sure you take your time and do that. I know the men will be saying at the back of their mind, go girl, we got you. One thing I dislike about the soup is this: it finishes on time because everybody likes it. They want to have a taste of it. Before you know it, it will finish. So just in case you want to prepare the soup, make sure you use enough vegetable, especially UGU LEAF. UGU LEAF is the best. This soup is the yummiest soup ever. No soup comes close. I'm telling you. Anyway, thank you for staying true with me. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to watch, like, comment, and share our videos, please. Thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate you. May God bless you all. Bye-bye.